Hi guys, it's Milka. Hello. Welcome to your pick a shell, pick a card reading. Today we're going to be looking into your natural gifts and abilities. So it could be either spiritual gifts or it could also be just like natural talents. Basically, any kind of gifts or abilities that you might have in any way, shape, or form that you're meant to be told or shown today. That's what we're going to be talking about. And we're also going to be doing just a bit of general advice as well. It's ideally, this is going to be kind of a short reading just to get you guys a little bit of a boost to remind you what it is that you're actually good at. And oh, that was weird, sorry. And also just to amp you up a bit. All of the timestamps are going to be down below. I'm going to show you all of the shells individually. If you feel drawn to more than one pile or card or shell, that is totally fine. You can choose more than one. You can choose all of them if you feel so called to, because you probably have more than just the specific gifts that one pile is going to specify for you. Okay, so first I'm going to show you the shells and then I'll show you the cards. So for shell number 1, we've got this seashell. I handpicked all of these shells on my own. Shell number 2, at like some of these are from Montauk Beach, is this one. This one is really cool. It's got a square, if you could see it. Oop. It's got a square kind of shape. So that's this shell. Then we've got this shell. I can't tell if all of the colors are being fully picked up. Everything kind of looks a little whitewashed from what I'm seeing. But here's the 4th shell. Maybe if okay, I think that helps. Maybe. This is the 4th shell. It's the inside of the shell. And then the 5th shell. And I'll do the inside for this one too. Okay, you can either pause the video and take a pick at the shells, or in a moment I'm going to reveal the cards and you can choose by the cards. And voila, the cards have been revealed. So I'm going to bring them up individually to show you guys as well. So this is the card for group 1. Group 2. Oop. Group 3. Group 4. And group 5. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a moment to pick your group. And like I said, all of the links, the timestamps are going to be down below. And I'm also going to mention the cards that I use down below as well, if you're interested. Hi, group number 1. This is your group if you chose this seashell. And the Ace of Diamonds. which in tarot is the equivalence of the Ace of Pentacles. Here we go. And let's just get started with your reading. I'm going to lay out all of the cards first that have to do with your gifts, and the advice we'll lay out later. And once I lay everything out, I'll start doing the talking. Okay, guys, so I've laid out your cards. I'm going to show them all to you. I'm going to take a moment and then we'll dive right in. Okay, so here's your first card. Second one. As well. And I'll read this one to you guys. It says, so this one is Saboteur. The light attribute is highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. And the shadow is induces self-destructive behaviors or the desire to undermine others. I'll show it to you one more time. Okay, then we've got the 8 of Cups. The 10 of Pentacles. And the 10 of Wands. And, you know, I think the names of these cards, yeah, so this one is Arise. The names are on the back, so this is Arise. This one is the Human Gift. And this is Beyond the Mind. So just give me one moment to kind of connect with the energies here, and then we'll begin your reading. Okay. 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 Okay, you guys. So what I'm getting is one of your gifts is your mind. Sorry, let me adjust myself. Okay. There we go. One of your gifts is your mind. Okay, I'm getting that with this card here. You have this way of viewing the world where you can turn it from something negative into something positive. These cards look so similar. Oh, sorry, it's the wrong order, I think. Not really sure if the camera's going to flip that or not, but this one is first, this one is second. And here they are. It's like, and these cards look very similar. There's that person at the bottom there, and like this angel or something in the corner. And you see it's the colors are very different, and the people are different too. So you guys have this ability to be able to, I think it also comes from suffering as well. You may have gone through a lot of hardships or grief. in the past, and it has taught you how to see the positive in a situation. You guys have this dual energy to you. Even in this Ace of Diamonds, right? It's like you've got the darker colors as well, but you've got like this yellow light too. You've got all the range of colors here. You guys have this ability to be able to see the bright side. I think you've had to be the one to pick yourself up again. Whenever it is that you experienced hardships, like maybe you had to recover from it a bit on your own. As if to say, like, there weren't really maybe as many people around you that gave you too much of like the time of day. Yeah. And I'm seeing that what you've experienced in the past, it's given you this opportunity of being able to walk away. One of your gifts really I'm seeing is perspective. Like, for example, right, this 10 of Wands. This is somebody who keeps pushing forward even though they've got all of these wands in their way, in their face, right? They don't see the path clearly ahead, but they just keep pushing forward. They have enough gaps between the wands to see the light on the other side, and they're like, well, I gotta keep going. You know, they keep pushing through. They're doing, and you see this person is doing it all on their own. This person is doing it all on their own. Maybe you'd have some people in your life that were like, yeah, I'm here for you. I support you. But when the going got tough, they weren't really there. And so a lot of the work that you've done, you've had to do on your own. And you have this gift of perseverance. Perseverance? Is that how you say it? It's so weird. I normally don't have any trouble saying that word, but forgot how it sounds. And you see, sorry about that, guys, but even here you've got this this 8 of cups. I don't know why I said 6. Because there's a 6 of, I'll show you later. But you have this 8 of cups, right? This person is walking away from something that no longer serves them and taking this lone path to where they need to go, you know, and where they need to go leads them to this 10 of Pentacles, which is like this, it's a happiness and stability, and it leads you to the people who are meant to be in your life, because those people are going to be in the same place as you are. And just like this happy, picturesque moment, you know, it's, you guys have this gift, this ability to be able to traverse the darkness, you could say. You have this way of being able to shift your perspective that not many people have. And honestly, it really is a gift, because some people can stay stuck in the way that they perceive the world, and it becomes a limitation to them. But you've had to adapt. So you went from seeing the suffering to seeing the things that you can be grateful for. And I see that it's definitely something that was a journey for you in life because of the Saboteur card. There could have been a lot of like pain and hurt and self-inflicted pain and hurt and misery too. Just because when the darkness was happening, it just felt too dark. But then something happened, and it's like you guys got this clarity, and you were able to transmute that way of thinking and being into something of the light. Because in both of these cards, it's like the angel is there, like, hey, I'm here. But this person is so sad, and it's almost like even though divine is helping, this person is kind of trapped in their victimhood mentality. So their eyes are covered. They're not looking up to see the help that is being offered to them, the hope that is being offered to them. But then you get the next image, which is so similar, but not, because this is so much happier. This person is more aligned with divine. This person has opened their eyes. They've removed their hand. They're no longer blocking it. So it got to the point where they went from being completely lonely and on their own to now, like, divine is coming to visit every time, being like, hey girl, how you? And this person's like, I'm great, So it's just this shift in perspective. And you guys help to see, you guys help other people to see with a different perspective too. But I'm seeing that a lot of this road and journey you had to go through physically alone. And I say physically because I'm seeing that divine was with you the whole time. And even here, on the back of the deck, for this deck, you've got this card. You see, this person is like surrounded by the cosmos and the whole like galaxy and universe on their own. So even though you were alone, you were never really alone. And on the back of the deck, since we're doing back of decks, I'll show you this too. And that is also just making me think of, it's like even when you really thought you were alone, you were not alone. It's like your spirit guides, your spirit team was with you. They were with you the whole step, your ancestors, your angels. And it seems like they're also indicating that there are going to be people like you that you come across too, that are like-minded, that you won't have to walk away from, that aren't toxic. And I think you've already gotten good at identifying what serves you and what does not. And again, since we're doing the end of the back of the decks, I'll show you the back of this one too. The back of the deck was the devil. And again, that just speaks about insecurity, but it's also not just insecurity, but like those fears and the things that bind us, and for me, it's really coming across more so in regards to here, where seeing yourself as trapped and then seeing a different way of doing it. Maybe it even started out as like it may have seemed like a coping mechanism, but it actually was a gift that you guys have and that you developed, and that is really going to help you to come across the people that are truly meant to be in your lives and to have a happier life. Let me see if I get anything else coming through here before moving on to the advice. So just one moment. Yeah, and I'm getting you guys were alone for a long time, maybe, just because you were traversing this path, like this voyage to yourself, and I don't want to say altering the way that you were, but kind of like shifting your perspective and your life because you're shifting your perspective. A lot of this road, a lot of the time self-growth and self-development does kind of tend to happen like on our own. So I'm seeing that is kind of the scenario here too, is that you guys were on your own for a long time. But even though this isn't the advice part, but I'm also getting like with the 2 crystals here, it's almost like your guides are telling you you're not going to be alone forever. There is going to be somebody who is very similar to you, who's had a similar path. And you see, like, here, these two people are just like meeting, like, oh, whoa, hey. They're like, hey. And this is like the whole spiritual team, like, watching over, like, you see, you were never really alone. There's someone out there for you. So if there's anybody here who's been worrying about, like, am I going to be, like, on my own for a long time? When am I going to get the partner or something like that? Just know that they're saying that there is going to be a partner. You're not alone. You're not the only person that is like this. There are going to be other people, soul family, who truly, truly understand who you are. And you guys are just going to click. And all the people in the past that may have been like fake or not really there for you, or you just had to keep walking away because they were just not in alignment with who you were as a person. They chose to stay in a more maybe material mindset, like material realm mindset, whereas you chose to evolve. You went from here to here. You shifted consciousness. And this is kind of like saying, hey, you guys, there's going to be hope. You may not see how it's going to happen, but always knowing is not necessarily the best thing either, because when we see something, we can push it a little further into the future by putting so much pressure on it, So I'm getting that you guys you're not the only ones that are like this, and the time for your new friends and partner to come in, it will come. And this whole journey is not meant to be completely alone. Just because you were able to do it alone for so long doesn't mean that at the end of the day you're meant to be doing it alone for the rest of it. And I think also the advice that's coming through with that too is because you're so used to doing things on your own now and having to handle things on your own, when these people do come in, the most important thing is to be your most truest, authentic self, right? Because that is who they're going to resonate with, because that is what they are. They match your true, authentic self. So if that means that your true, authentic self will be sad or down or need help, you may have been used to just handling all of those emotions and feelings on your own before, but don't be afraid to share it with those people, because that's you showing up as your true, authentic self as well. And if you only show them the good times, then they could also maybe see you. I'm not saying they will. I'm just saying, like, it could be perceived that you're also kind of in a way being a little fake or inauthentic to you, and these people, you're drawing them in because you're staying true to you. Okay. So let's just get some advice for you guys too. Okay, guys, you got a lot of advice cards. So we'll start out with showing them to you. You've got the 7 of Swords. Sorry, this is a new deck, so I was like, what is this? It's Wands. So it's the 9 of Wands. The Ace of Pentacles, which is funny because that's actually the playing card that you guys chose. You chose your own advice. Temperance. The 2 of Pentacles. Regeneration. Serendipity. And the back of the decks, you've got the 6 of Pentacles. And Go the Distance. Okay. So in regards to advice, there's a lot of balancing act going on here with the Temperance and the Two of Pentacles. And you know what? This Two of Pentacles and this Temperance card, like the colors on here, they just keep reminding me of these two cards. And I'm getting, actually, before I get into that also, I've noticed that these two cards are also reminding me of those, because look at how desolate this first one is, right? Regeneration, there's like death. And then serendipity, look at all those colors that almost are similar to here. I don't know if you can see it with the glow of the computer here. Maybe if I dim it a little, you'll see it better. But even like these advice cards, it's almost like maybe you started feeling down a little bit again, because maybe the loneliness started getting to you a little bit. But they're saying here, like, hey, remember, you have this incredible ability to transform your life, to create a new world by creating this new perspective. Okay? And I'm getting here too, like maybe a little bit of this is coming from some kind of betrayal. Feeling betrayed or feeling a little bit abandoned in a way. And so you're kind of like looking off in the distance, like, when is this going to happen? Like, I've been doing all of this work, but I'm still alone. Why am I still alone? And they're asking you to have faith. Just follow the signs. Do the thing that you do best. Find those little things that make you happy. Look at little, symbols or signs from the universe, all around you in nature. And those little synchronicities, find the joy in those again. You may be feeling lonely because you've had to do this so many times. You're like, well, how many times more do I have to keep doing this? But they're asking you to just be a little bit more patient and rekindle that joy within yourself. Reignite that joy within yourself. And just keep doing that, and you'll see like those people, like those soul friends, they're going to come. But it's almost like also they're asking you to get a little bit of a grip on your life. And for somebody here, the question is, did you really let go of your trauma? Whatever that trauma might be, okay? It might be a relationship, it might be something that happened to you, but the question that comes up here for someone is, did you really let go of that trauma? Or did you express it and fully release it? Or did you just mentally forgive and keep going as well? Because mentally forgiving and then keeping going does not mean that you fully released that hurt. That can also kind of keep you a little isolated too. Okay, and let's see if we can get anything from the dice. Oops. Okay, so we've got the number 10. Oh, there it is. 4, Capricorn, and the South Node. Yeah, this Capricorn is making me think of that Devil card. Wait, is that the Capricorn? Yeah, there's the Capricorn. And the South Node is making me think of the past. And then with the 4, it's also making me think of home. And it makes me, when I think of that, I also think of childhood a little bit. And then this 10 came out as an 01. So it's like, and 10 is already going to be a 1. You know, it's the end and the beginning. So they're saying like this is the end of a cycle. But they do want you to check in with yourself and see if there are any lingering emotional responses or insecurities that still play through your mind that are triggered from the past. And they're asking you to let go of them. And I think once you start releasing them, you're going to release this 7 of Swords too. And you're going to start traversing forward into this renewed new beginning. Okay? And I know it's not always easy, and it can be frustrating. Like, I've done the work like 50 bajillion times. Why do I have to keep doing it? But, you know, that's part of life, is to continue doing it. If everything was just handed to us, if everything was super, super duper easy, then what would be the point? You know, it's just part of the experience. And you know what? Once your soul tribe and soul family does come in, you guys are going to be so happy, and you're going to feel so accepted, and you're going to feel like that whole journey was worth it, just because you're going to treasure the people that you have even more. And I know this was all meant to be about what are your gifts, but it kind of turned into this reading for some reason. It kind of took a mind of its own and its own direction here. But just as a recap, your gifts are the way that it's your mind, the way that you're able to change your reality by changing your perspective. Like, you can go from sad to being mesmerized by the world because you just shift the way that you perceive it. You know, you can see the cup as half empty or half full, and you guys have that ability to do it a lot easier than some other people. You know, some people have to doubt it, but you make that switch instantly. And I think it's something that you picked up on from a younger age. You just made that switch instantly, you know, and that's a really powerful gift. And you can really help people with that too, because you help people see the light and the good in the world. Okay, so that was your reading, group number 1. It is a general reading, of course, so take what resonates and what doesn't. Just let it fly. Sorry that it wasn't so much focused on the gifts as it turned into more advice heavy, but maybe this is something that some of you guys needed to hear. So I hope you enjoyed your reading. Leave a comment down below if there's anything you wanted to share about this experience that went through, or if it resonated for you at all. That would be great. I'm also going to start offering private readings as well. So if you want to look into some information, you can reach out to me in the contact information in the description box below. Okay, you guys, I hope you I can speak. I hope you have a wonderful day full of blessings, light, and love. And I'm sending you lots of love. Bye. Hello, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. This is your reading if you have either chosen this seashell with a square hole in it, which, by the way, this is exactly how I found it. I was like, this is so unique. Or this 5 of diamonds, which for those who are curious in tarot is the equivalence of the 5 of pentacles. I was going to say 5 of coins. 5 of pentacles. Here you go. So I'm just going to shuffle out all the cards, and then we'll get into your reading. Okay, group 2. So I'm going to let you know what your cards are, and then we're going to get into your reading. So your first card is Blessing of Zara. Blessing of Zara. And you've got Enter the Garden of Delights. High Heart Chakra, Ecstatic Bliss. Journey to Wholeness. This blank card, as well as the Rebel. And it says, the light attributes are challenges authority to affect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. Shadow attributes rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. Then you have the Nine of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Five of Wands, the Page of Cups, and then we'll get into your advice cards later. Okay, off the bat, I'm getting that you guys, so this is about your natural gifts and abilities, right? You guys have this, like, it almost seems like you guys have infinite capacity for natural gifts and abilities. In a way, because it's interesting, you pick the shell that has this hole right in the middle. You've also picked the Five of Diamonds, which is like the Five of Coins, right? They're walking away from, traditionally in the tarot, in that card, they walk away from poverty. Like they're poor, but they're walking forward, and I see it as kind of like walking away from that poverty. And then you've got this blank card that came out, also like this empty space in the middle. It's like you guys have this, and with the higher heart chakra, you have this like infinite ability to have, like, it's almost like you have this ability to have infinite gifts. And I think you guys are givers too. You're very, very, very caring. Your heart is one of your gifts. 1 second, let me adjust myself. Yeah, your heart is one of your gifts. And it's interesting how you have all these like empty spaces, and then this one talks about the journey to wholeness. So it's almost like part of your path and mission is to discover yourself. Like you just have so much infinite potential, and it seems like part of your path is like, you know how some people have this mission, right? Where they just know exactly what it is that they want to do from a young age, and they keep that motivation to do that, and they get really excited about it, and they're just moving forward. Well, maybe there's a chance that you were a late bloomer in that sense, or you had different hopes and dreams, and you could have stayed up nights thinking like, what am I going to do? What do I want to do? What is my purpose? What is my path? What is my mission? And it's kind of like you guys have this incredible gift of being able to write your own story. Some people, their mission is so like engraved in the sense of like exactly how it's going to happen. But for you guys, it's just about letting it unfold. And I think that's something that could be a gift for you guys too. You know, you could be spontaneous people that just let the path ahead unfold. I can see you as being someone who surrenders to divine, you know, surrendering to divine's will for you. You have this unconventional way of being, and it's unconventional because so many people have these control issues and they really want to control the outcome. But you're here really like, I want what divine wants for me, right? You're just like, I'm ready to see it unfold. There's something so kind and nurturing about you, and you guys are you have this extremely rich inner world and imagination and creativity, and your heart is like a heart of gold. You guys are so, like, the energy that I'm feeling right now, you guys are so caring. Maybe some of you in the past gave so much that, you know, you like emptied yourself out, but it's almost like your heart has this infinite capacity to just continue giving. But even though we're not on the advice portion, and we haven't pulled some advice cards yet, one thing I will say with that kind of energy is make sure that you are not just continuously pouring out and not receiving in return, right? Because look, having this empty space, only you can fill that, and pouring out of, and that's another thing, like, it's like you guys have this little doorway where infinite light comes out of. Even here, look, her heart. Look at her heart. Look at how much is coming out of her heart. And here she's touching her heart. You guys, one of your biggest, like, gifts is your heart. It's your capacity to love and have compassion for other people. And your capacity to enjoy life. You have this way of being able to enjoy life. Seeing the beauty in nature when other people would just walk by, you know. Like, for example, if there's an incredible sunset, or if it's just a regular sunset, you'll be like, wow, look at how magical this sunset is. And other people, they don't see that, you know. They'll just be like, it's the same sunset that we see every single day. There's nothing special about it or whatever. But you see the specialness in it. Yeah, I could see you as being people who look up at the sky a lot to just admire the beauty and revel in that as well. Pile 1 was kind of similar to that, in regards to, like, the mindset thing. But they were a bit of a different pile. But you guys have that in common. But yeah, I think the emphasis here is really on that kind and incredible, compassionate heart of yours. It's like your heart is a superpower. It's like you're just able to, even when you're tired and you're extremely exhausted, if somebody comes to you, you're just able to pull something out of this, like, say your heart feels drained, tired, exhausted, and somebody comes to you, you're just able to continue to pull out of something that is empty. You know, people will be like, where's that even coming from? Like, that is empty. That cup is like this. Say, for example, it's this cup, right? They'll be like, that cup is empty. Where is this fish coming from? And it's like, it's your heart is your channel to divine, you know? So once your heart feels empty, when you pull in there, it's like a magician putting their hand in the hat and pulling out a rabbit. Like when you put your hand in there, like you just dig in elbow deep, they're like, it doesn't even look like it can hold that much of a hand or something like that. And you start pulling out from divine because you are really connected to your heart is just your connection to the divine. And, yeah. And there's like this freedom again that some of you may have with what your purpose and mission is. And of course, take what resonates. This is a general reading. So different people will be watching it at different times. Yeah. And again, I'm getting like you guys probably have a few different gifts. It's just the greatest one that's coming through right now is your heart. But yeah, and it's like your kindness too. Like with this 5 of Swords and this 5 of Wands, what I'm getting is like people could walk away or whatever, and you're there cleaning up the mess. And with this 5 of Wands, it's like you're the one that's trying to stop the conflict. you're so caring and compassionate. And even here, like with this 9 of Swords, right? This person is like up at night crying and worrying. It's like you just have so much compassion for this world. And that is one of your gifts, is your heart. Your heart is your gift. I mean, your heart is the kind of heart that we need in this world. The kind of love that you have, or that you can experience and bestow upon people, this world needs that kind of love. This world is hungry, okay? It feels deprived of that kind of love with that 5 of Diamonds, that 5 of Pentacles vibe. And you're here pulling from this infinite heart of yours everything that the world needs. But make sure you guys take care of yourselves too, okay? Because it's incredible to be so selfless and to be so just giving, so kind, so nurturing. I'm getting another gift that you guys have is gratitude. Some people really have to work hard for gratitude, to feel gratitude, and it just kind of came naturally to you guys to be able to be grateful. Wow, you guys are pretty incredible. Okay, let's see if we can get some advice for you. Okay, guys, so the cards that we got for advice for you, we've got the Fool, Daughter of Swords, so that's the equivalence of the Page of Swords, the Star. I also saw Strength peeking through, by the way, when I was shuffling. Orphaned, and Breathe. And on the backs of the decks, so on the back of this deck, we've got Round and Round. And we got on the back of this deck, we've got the 5 of Pentacles. We've been doing all this talking about the 5 of Pentacles. You guys chose, oh my gosh, you know what is so crazy? Group number 1, it was like the Ace of Diamonds, which is the Ace of Pentacles. Their advice cards also came out with the same card that they chose, the Ace of Pentacles. You guys chose the 5 of Diamonds, the 5 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Pentacles came out in your advice too. That is crazy. Okay. Give me a moment. I think in regards to the advice here, I think you guys, the advice that's coming through the most is we want you to know and feel that you are supported. You're not alone. You're special. You're meant to stand out. There's something so, you are unique, and you don't have to try to fit yourself into a box to find a place where you belong. Like, if you don't belong with these kinds of people, or these kinds of people, or this group of people, or this type of group of people, you don't have to find a group or a category to feel like you belong. Also, I'm getting that you guys have a lot of support from Divine and your ancestors and your spiritual team and your guides. They're really supporting you. I mean, with a heart like yours, I'm not surprised. Because with a heart like yours, part of your mission and purpose is the compassion that you bestow upon the world, that you share with the world. And how you do that, that's up to you. But the true purpose and mission here is, well, one of them is how you bestow that love onto the world. And they're asking you to continue following this little path, this new beginning, this innocent way of seeing and perceiving the world, which is kind of similar to the advice from group number 1 as well. They want you to keep, they're like, just trust us and just keep going. Just because you don't know exactly where you're going doesn't mean that we're not here guiding you. Okay? So this is reminding me of earlier, when I was talking about you guys having a little bit of a hard time possibly with knowing exactly what you want to do, like how some people, they know from childhood and that vision sticks with them, and you're like, but what do I do? They're like, just follow our little hints and guidance. Okay? Follow our little hints and guidance. And you know what? You guys give so much of yourselves. Make sure here that even though you're able to pull when you're depleted from divine and keep giving, treat yourself better. Treat yourself with that kind of love, You shouldn't have to be depleted. Make sure that you nurture and nourish yourself too. Yes, you can keep pulling from divine. Divine is always going to have that portal open for you to keep going into an empty space and pulling out from there to give to others. But your life would feel so much more happy and complete if you filled in that blank for you as well. You deserve the love that you give to others. You're worthy of the love that you give to others. Yeah. You guys are not alone. You're not abandoned, And if you... And again, this orphaned card is also making me think of that depletion. You're so kind and nurturing and generous, and you just care so much that you just want to keep giving, and give. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, give. But make sure that you replenish too. It is important, essential for you to replenish yourself. And the way that you could replenish yourself is taking a little bit of time to yourself, connecting with divine, Divine will fill your cup. So you see, it's like you're going to be getting that energy from the same place anyway, but you don't have to be getting it from a place where you feel drained. Instead of you digging into an empty cup and going into another portal dimension and pulling from divine, you could fill that cup by connecting with divine through like meditation, breath work, just, sitting there and connecting with your guides, with that divine sacred love. You can do it. It's a place that's a little easier for you to tap into. And fill your cup with that energy and then continue giving, as opposed to going into an empty cup. You don't have, again, you're able to do it both ways. You're able to continue to give to people, but wouldn't it be easier if you could give to people and feel full too? So I think that's the advice that's coming through here. And remember, you guys are special and you make a difference. You may not exactly know what it is that your end goal is, but who really does? It's a very few people, that have this just instant drive. You're not alone in the way that you feel. And I mean, I'm just incredibly wowed by your compassion and your heart. It's just infinite. It's amazing. It's true. It really, really is a gift. It's truly a gift. It's incredibly amazing. And I did the dice for the last pile, so I'll do it for you guys too. Okay, you've got... Ooh, where'd it go? Ceres? I don't remember what it's called. The number 3. the number 3 again, and Aquarius. Okay, with this 3, I'm getting 33, and it's making me think of like master number 33, which adds up to 6 as well. But 33, it's making me think of like that numerology wise. I think I came across something once that mentioned like Christ consciousness, and I was getting that from you guys too. I didn't want to say it because I didn't know if people would take it in a religious way or whatever, but that's what I was tapping into earlier around here as well, is like you guys are just connected to like that Christ unconditionally loving consciousness, and that's not a religious thing. You can look into it a little further. I won't go too deep into it today, but you can look into Christ consciousness, and that's just that like pool of awareness, and that is heart-based and full of this infinite unconditional love. Like that's, at least that's how I perceive it. And then with this card, this is a card, sorry, with this symbol, that's the symbol for Demeter, and that's her Roman name, Ceres or Circe, whatever it is. The goddess of the harvest, a goddess that she's like a mother, it's a very nurturing, motherly vibe, bountiful. And even here with this card, right, with this nature card here, it's very like bountiful, prosperous, abundant. And I think they're just reminding you like that is you. That's who you are. That's part of who you are. And it's funny because the Aquarius goes so perfectly with the Rebel. You guys are not conventional. So don't try to apply conventional methods to your way of being, to your life. Just because somebody does something a certain way doesn't mean that way, or most people do something a certain way, doesn't mean that way is going to work for you guys. You are unconventional, and you're also humanitarian. You are meant to help uplift humanity. Okay? You guys are incredible. I have so much love and compassion for you. I love you so much. I acknowledge you, and yeah, just good job, guys. Good job. And if you want to share any bit about your experience or your journey, feel free to leave a comment down below and let me know. I also am starting to offer personal readings, so the information for how to reach out in regards to that will be in the description as well. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Lots of love and light to you. Bye. Hello, group number 3. This is your group if you chose this shell or the 3 of hearts. Actually, this is the way, right? Which is the equivalent of the 3 of cups in tarot, for those of you who are interested. So I'm just going to lay out the cards first, talking about your gift or gifts, and then we'll do the advice later. Okay, you guys, I have laid out all the cards, and let us dive right in. I'm going to show you the cards first, and then I'll start explaining. So we've got passion for purpose, the dissolving light, the impossible made possible, hands of Fatima, the all-encompassing hand. Oh, 2 references to a hand. Interesting. The solar plexus chakra radiant illumination. Servant. And we've got delight. The light attribute is delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. Shadow is using the lack of money as an excuse not to move forward with life. Then you have the Queen of Swords, the 3 of Swords, the 9 of Wands, the Queen of Cups. And I'll only show you one of them because 2 came out. And these are the 2 blank cards. I know that you're supposed to fill these in or whatever, but I like reading them as what they are. So 2 blank cards. The bottoms of the deck, we've got Let Love Transform, Reclaim Your Energy, King of Cups, which is interesting because we got the Queen here, and Don Juan with spotlights your positive seductive qualities. Shadow is using the power of romantic attraction for private agendas. Okay, guys, let's dive right into your reading. Okay, off the bat, I just want to say I'm getting such unconditionally loving Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene vibes from you guys. It is crazy. It's not crazy, but I mean, even this, like, I'm getting like goddess vibes from the beginning with this shell. It does kind of look like a feminine feature. So, I kind of was getting the feeling that you guys would probably be very physically attractive. It doesn't matter the size or whatever, but people definitely could find you physically attractive. And it also made me think of, like, especially when this card came out, like a goddess body. So in regards to, but this is about your gifts, right? Your gifts and abilities. So I think one of your gifts is your natural beauty. There's a certain grace about you guys that is just so, like, wow. I think you dazzle people. And it's almost like you have this devotional vibe or energy to you too. And, you know, it's funny because with this servant card, it's like you guys are a servant to mankind in a way, to the light, because there's a lot of light energy coming from you. You guys are definitely light workers, and I could see you guys as being, for those of you who resonate with it, of course, star seeds as well. It's funny because group 2 also had a very compassionate heart, but I think for them it was like their heart, right? But for you guys, I feel like one of your gifts is your, like, endless, unwavering faith or devotion. It's incredible. And of course, your grace as well, and your beauty. I think a lot of people may find it is difficult to get to you guys because you guys are so beautiful. Yeah, I think you may not even realize, but you end up leaving people with broken hearts. In some ways, I'm almost getting this vibe like you're so devoted to spirit and divine that, not that you push away romantic suitors, that's not for everyone, definitely, but I feel like maybe you don't notice, or it feels slightly insignificant. Like, you see how she's just so focused on this, as opposed to the fact that on the back of the deck, there's this King of Cups who's like offering a cup, you know? It's almost like you guys are so, your devotion is one of your gifts, and it sets you apart from people. And you're like, they're looking back like, where's everybody else? Like, why aren't they up here with me? But it's just because the way that you feel it, how devout, is that the word? I think you are, is like on another level. And it's making me think of like the Holy Spirit and doves. And I'm not sure why I'm going so much into like the Christian, I don't know if it's considered a Catholic too. I don't really know the difference between the two, to be honest with you guys. Sorry. Faith, but that's just what I'm seeing. I'm really seeing like Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene vibes here, and the Holy Trinity with like this whole servant thing, and then these 2 blank ones. it makes me think of like the Holy Trinity, and these two make me think of like the Holy Spirit and like that dove. It's like you guys are very powerful beings. You're very powerful beings. Let's see what else I can get. I mean, that's like the biggest thing. It seemed pretty clear to me, but that's like the biggest thing that I'm getting, right? Is and even here, like you could see this person is here, but their spirit is so much greater. I mean, the power of your spirit is incredible. You guys really are like a god or goddess. And I know I've been saying Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, goddess, female body parts, because, this could be gender neutral as well. Like some people, depending on, it doesn't matter what gender they are, they resonate more with this eternal divine feminine energy, this nurturing energy. And that's what you guys have. You just have this endless devotional, nurturing, divine feminine presence and energy. And I'm getting like you guys really are very attractive and beautiful. And your presence, it's like I'm also getting like the grace of God. Your presence is so potent and powerful, and it's unfortunate because it seems like sometimes you guys just don't see how beautiful you really are. But you know what it is? It's hard when you live with something your whole life. It's your normal. You don't see how outstanding it is. You don't see, it's kind of like somebody that like maybe you thought was just like okay or whatever. The more you hang out with them, they become attractive, right? But it's the same thing with someone who's attractive. The more you hang out with them, like they're just normal to you. Like, it's just, this is who they are. That's it. So I think it's like that. Like you guys just don't, it's so it's just who you are. You don't see how special it is, but people on the outside looking in are like, oh my gosh, like this person, I keep wanting to say she just because it's such a feminine energy coming through here, but like this person is so magnetic. This person is so charming and kind, like charming and devoted and spiritual and wise and compassionate. Yeah. Let me see if I can get anything else from these tarot cards in particular. And again, with this servant card, it's making me think again of that Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, like just this endless service to humanity, this endless devotion. I'm just like trying to find the words, you guys. Just trying to find the words. You have this light about you that is just so enchanting and so magnetic. Like people cannot refuse. It's making me think of Archangel Jophiel, or I think that's how I say it, Jophiel. It's like the beauty of God. You guys are the beauty of God. You're like the grace of God. Your beauty is one of your gifts. Your light is one of your gifts. Your devotion is definitely one of your gifts too. And your divine feminine essence and energy is one of your gifts too. But one thing about divine feminine energy, right, is that it's so nurturing and kind, but when it's imbalanced, it gives too much. And it's the same thing with the servant, right? It's the light and the dark attribute. The light is how giving, nurturing, caring it is. The dark is getting trapped in excuses. Yeah, so you guys are just pretty wow. Very, very full of light. And I'm getting like your light is brilliant too. And you illuminate the path for a lot of people. And I think you illuminate their hearts too, with that kind of compassion that you bestow upon them. Yeah. And again, what I was saying about that divine feminine energy, just make sure that I think the biggest thing here, even though we haven't gotten to the advice, right, is they want you to see your personal power too. They want you to see your personal power. Know you are a goddess. Live the fact that you have this divine, holy, sacred spirit within you. Okay, but let's get into your advice. Okay, guys, for advice, you have the Eight of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, which also came out in the last group, group 2, Chaos and Conflict, Higher Power, Serendipity, and then the back of the decks are Six of Wands. Yeah, that's a 6. Oh, and underneath that is the Lovers. I just wanted to show you guys. Underneath that is the Lovers. And then the back of the other deck is, oh my gosh, the Lovers keeps trying to show itself, so okay. Yin. Which is crazy. I was just talking about how you guys are just radiating such divine feminine energy, and that's what yin is as well. It's that divine feminine energy. Okay, in regards to your advice, you guys, what I'm seeing here is, well, for one, they're reminding you again that you are connected to a higher power. You have a very special and sacred light about you, and that you are divine. Only you can nourish your own cup. There's nothing that anyone else can say to make you believe it, but they really want you. Sorry guys, the screen dimmed. They really want you to believe that you're an empowered divine being. They want you to see how great and special you are. They want you to see your own light. It's like maybe, like for example, right? You're this one being that's masquerading as another. But your light is so bright that you cannot hide it. You can't hide from yourself. You can't hide from how special you are. You can't hide from your destiny, and your purpose and your mission. And you definitely cannot hide from your light. And they want you to embrace it because that is one of your gifts. And that is coming from a higher power. You've got this sacred mission on this planet. And it's like all these other people can see it in you, but it seems like you're the only one who can't see it in yourself. And you may have these insecurities about the way that you look as well. And it's like, we don't understand why, because she's or he is absolutely gorgeous. They are absolutely gorgeous. They're so beautiful. Their soul radiates through just like into their physical appearance as well. And they are the beauty and grace of God. So we don't understand why they don't see it. They're like, hello, wake up, see it. It's time for that cycle to end and for a new one to begin. It's time for you to get out of those fears and insecurities and hurts and finally see what it is that divine sees in you, what it is that the rest of the world sees in you, what everybody around you sees in you. That you are divine, you are sacred, you're special, you're beautiful, you're this holy light. And you have this magical place and connection with this divine feminine energy that is just so nurturing and graceful and beautiful. It's incredible. I'm just going to roll some dice for you guys as well. We've got the number 11, if that came through there. The number 3, Sagittarius, and Mars. Yeah. You guys are very beautiful or handsome, attractive, okay? And the 3 is making me think of that Holy Trinity again. And the 11 is making me think of humanitarianism, like being a humanitarian. So it's like you guys have this mission, right? This purpose to help the world, even with Sagittarius here, right? Sagittarius kind of has to do with religion. Maybe some of you guys are religious. I mean, it doesn't have to be. You could just be spiritual, but maybe that's what's coming through for some of you. And I'm seeing the number 33 as I just looked up, didn't we? Oh, and I just noticed this is the number 33 too. So maybe you guys do want to watch, and you guys are pile number 3. That's so funny. So maybe 33 is coming up a lot for you guys, and maybe you may want to watch group number 2 as well. Maybe like it's a bit of a cross message between the two of you, and seeing the 33 here and then the number 4 here, and the fact that we saw the lovers that really wanted to show itself, and you guys are very Venus energy, and the fact that Mars came out. Well, first of all, Mars is telling you to reclaim your power. See how powerful you are, but maybe for some of you too, it's also saying like you're going to need a really special person. Because remember I was saying also like the Queen of Cups, and then the King of Cups is like on the bottom of the deck, just like the Lovers is on the bottom of the deck. All of this stuff is on the bottom of the deck, and like your focus has been on the devotion for so long, and the Queen of Swords is a little cold too. So maybe some of the advice here too is like, hey, just know that there is also going to be somebody who may, like, there's a person for you. There's somebody who could come forward for you. And I'm not saying it's happening now. I'm just saying be ready for it and be open to it. And the other people that you haven't had interests in before, it's because you were masquerading a little bit behind your devotion, or you were just that devoted to spirit, and you will continue to have devotion. You're going to get somebody who's going to meet you on that same level, because I recently was watching somebody, like another reader's video, and it just made so much sense what she said, which was you're going to be getting somebody who's on that same level as you, because you've got like this divine purpose and mission, and it's such a high purpose and mission that whoever is coming through, whoever gets to be with you, has to match that level. They have to be on the same level, you know? So that could also be why you're in a way being protected from all the other people that came before. But they're also telling you to kind of get yourself ready. Yeah, the yin card just fell all the way on the floor and revealed time to go. So it's like time to start getting yourself ready, y'all. It's time to start getting yourself ready. Okay, beautiful pile number 3. You guys are incredible. I have so much love for you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Let me know in the comments down below if this resonated for you. I've also, and any details on any of this would be great. I mean, I would just love to know more about you guys. And I'm also starting to offer private readings as well. So how to contact me in regards to those will be in the description down below. I hope you guys have a blessed rest of your day. Lots of love and light to you. Bye. Hello, group number 4. This is your group if you chose this shell. And this 10 of cups, or sorry, 10 of hearts, which I guess that is the name of the tarot version of this card. Yeah, so let's get right into it. First, I'm going to shuffle out what your gifts are, and then we'll get into the advice afterwards. Okay, you guys, so here are your cards. You've got Whirling Goddess, Sacred Convergence, Luminescence, the Networker. The light attributes are enhances unity through the sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy, and shadow attributes convey information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. Then you've got the 10 of Pentacles, the 6 of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. And you know what? I keep feeling drawn, and I've had a few signs already telling me to tell you guys that quite a few of you maybe may want to watch group number 1. Or maybe if you were deciding between this group and group number 1, you may want to go watch group number 1. Because they had a lot of similar cards and cards that were peeking through on the bottoms of the decks or while I was shuffling. Bottom of the deck, I surge on the uprising wave of love. Water, the overflow. Student, light attribute, humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. Shadow, arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. Then bottom of the deck, the Emperor. And then we also had the Devil at some point there, which also came out for group number 1. Okay, so what are your natural gifts and abilities? I'm getting that you guys are healers. I'm also getting a Scorpio vibe as well, like a water sign vibe, but a Scorpio vibe, and I'm getting that from the seashell. And I'm getting that you guys are natural healers. And that you also have a very vivid imagination. And it's not just this card that's making me think of water. This one too is really making me think you guys are very fluid. There's something super fluid about you. Maybe you may have had a hard time standing up for yourself and your beliefs in the past just because you naturally have this fluid motion, kind of like water, where you can fill a space, but it doesn't have its own solid form, And I think part of your lessons in life is to master the different stages of water, because water is fluid, but water can turn into something solid by becoming ice, and it can become something even more crazy by becoming gas. There's different sides to you. Like, it's like alchemy. There's this transmutation that can really happen with all of this. So yeah, it's pretty incredible. You guys are one of your natural gifts is the way that you're fluid, which means that you're super adaptable too. You can adapt to any situation. You just kind of are put in a certain place and then you work through it. And I'm getting you guys have very creative imaginations. I'm getting you're super imaginative. I'm also getting a lot of crown, third eye chakra here, so you could be intuitive as well. And I'm getting that your dream world is very vivid, and that your dreams can give you a lot of creative ideas and images for maybe like books or stories that you might want to write, or poetry. And it's funny because even though you guys are so fluid, there's something so stable about you too. Like, you will be there for the people that need you, You will be there for those that need you. And even here, like in this Cups card, there's no water. They actually have flowers. They have earth here. And then the other 2 tarot cards you have are earth related. So even though you have this fluidity, it's like you also have this groundedness now too. And that could have been something that maybe came a little later on, or maybe when you were a kid, you were more assertive about what it is that you wanted, and then that kind of got mushed or something, and then you went back to that. That could also be a possibility for some of you guys. I also get that you guys are very good listeners. Like, maybe you're clairaudient and also clairvoyant with the dreams here. But I'm also getting clairaudient. Like, there's something about you that's so serene, and you guys have a good ear. Like, you can really hear what you hear people, and you hear the things that people don't hear. And it's like the way that you hear is the way that you observe your surroundings. And I'm getting that you guys are getting direct messages from your guides and your team. And also that you're very generous, that you're very generous with your energy and time. Some people may feel like it's a little hard to get to you at times, because you may be feeling, for them, you may feel a little cold, because I can see how you could be in your own little dream world in a way. But it's just because you're like nurturing this inner essence that you have, this fluidity, this water energy, this fluid motion within you. It needs nurturing. You see how she's stabilizing the water into a heart? Water is fluid, but she's working it and maneuvering it to have a solid shape and form. So you guys need that alone time in order to give yourself that solid form, and which is incredible that you can do it for yourself. You know, that's incredible. And I guess it makes sense with all this like pentacle energy. You have the ability to do it for yourself, but you just need a little bit more me time, I guess, in order to do it. Yeah, and you guys are definitely empaths as well. And it's funny, this is also making me think of group number 1 too, because with them, it wasn't so much talking as much about spiritual gifts and abilities as it was about just turning into some kind of weird general reading. And I feel like that's kind of what started happening with you guys, but that's about it in regards to what I'm getting for your gifts and stuff. Oh, actually, wait. Yeah, you guys are like silence. I feel like right now I have a little bit of a time crunch and I'm trying to rush through what I'm doing. Sorry, I'm just going to adjust here, which is just to make sure that I can get everybody's groups in. But when I'm tapping into your energy, I'm just feeling this stillness and this calmness and like this silence, like a cave, right? That has like a dripping sound and like water running through it. It's very serene. It's very peaceful. You guys have a very peaceful presence about you. That's one of your gifts too. And again, your imagination and that deep, rich inner world. I was saying Scorpio energy too, but some of you guys may be Capricorns or an Aries, which is so ironic with all of this. But that could be like, maybe there's one Aries that has like water energy or something that's here, or a lot of like water house energy in their chart. Yeah, you guys are excellent at transformation, transmutation. You guys are just so adaptable. You're so adaptable. It's incredible. I mean, that's another one of your gifts, your ability to adapt to any situation. And I'm getting this fluid motion. That's just the words that I'm getting in my head, fluid motion. Also seeing penguins. And something about nurturing the young. Okay, let's get into your advice. Okay, you guys, bottom of the deck energies are Son of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups. Go the Distance, which I think came out for the bottom of the deck for group 1 too. You have Father of Cups. You guys got a lot of advice cards, but I think the message for them is kind of similar. The Seven of Wands, Mother of Cups, which is Father and Mother of Cups. That is the King and Queen of Wands. Father of Wands, which is the Mother and Father of Cups is the King and Queen of Cups. Father of Wands is the King of Wands. Daughter of Wands is the Page of Wands. The Star. Three of Pentacles. And the Daughter of Swords, which is the Page of Swords. Okay. And also you have the Fates. Truth be told. And why? You guys, okay. So the Fates is number 17, as is the Star. I'm getting the Star energy with the Fates as well. Definitely getting like star being vibes, okay? Celestial vibes. Maybe you guys come from the Sirius constellation. I see you guys are definitely light workers. And you're meant to help heal emotion. I don't know if it's heal emotional bodies of people, but there's something about the truth with you guys. Oh yeah, truth be told, duh. But you guys help people see the truth of the matter, the reality of a situation. I guess that makes sense, right? Water is reflective. It shows, it's like a mirror. And with the Father and Water and Mother of Cups, and like somebody pointed this out to me yesterday too, how this is like this one flame standing in the middle, right? It's almost like this recognition, this balance between the two. This balance between the things that bring us together. And you have this emotional intellect, and they're asking you to, and it's funny because you've got the water and you've got fire energy. And the star. The star and the Three of Pentacles definitely makes me think you guys are a light worker. But I think even though you need all this alone time to regenerate and form your shape, they're asking you to go out into the world and share your voice. Maybe some of you guys could also be sound healers too. Like maybe you have healing voices, and they're asking you to share your voice. They're asking you to share your creativity, share your craft. And I'm getting music too here. So share your music if that resonates with you. Because whatever passion that you're following or pursuing, it's a gift from divine too. And that is one way that you help heal the world. By you sharing your craft, which is an extension, sharing, heal the world. I mean, sharing, yeah, you're healing. Because remember I said you guys are healers. And I'm also getting when you share your craft, you just have to ask yourself, you know, what is it that makes you sing, your heart sing? And do that. And your craft, the way that it helps heal people is it's going to help heal them emotionally. It's going to give them emotional closure and healing too. You guys are really big emotional stability and support for a lot of people. Yeah. And they're just asking you to take the leap, get out of your comfort zone a little bit. You've been protecting yourself for a while. You know, so and you look, you've got the moon here too on the bottom, extra bottom card. And it's like you've been kind of on your own, isolating, cultivating yourself to be able to create this heart, this physical form for your fluidity on your own. And now they're asking you to start going out into the world and sharing it with others. Because when you're given a gift, you're meant to share it with the world. You're meant to, like, your gift is so healing, it's because it's meant to be shared with everyone. You know, so first they gave you that time, what you needed in order to perfectly cultivate it, or to cultivate it to like 90%, so that you can continue cultivating it now while going out and sharing it with the rest of the world, with everyone else. So that's what they're asking you to do. They're asking you to kind of come out of your shell a little bit, like this shell. This shell is like decaying, right? Your old outfit, your old story doesn't fit you anymore. It just doesn't work anymore. There's a 10 here, a 10 here. Those are completion numbers, you know. That stuff doesn't fit you. It's not the same mold anymore. You're creating this new shell, this new mold that's stronger, more stable, this new identity. And they're asking you to go out and share it with the world. Because the old stories, they won't work anymore. So now it's time to let your voice be heard. You are that serene, divine water element. And now go out into the world and show them, be that light for them too. You know, be that fluidity, that serenity, that silence in the storm, that calmness in the storm. Okay? And some of you guys may have a connection to, how is it pronounced? Lemuria, or Atlantis, and, or the Sirius, like the binary Sirius star system. And I'm also getting myths and legends and mystical water worlds and stuff like that too. Okay, guys, that was your reading. I'm sorry it was so brisk. Please let me know if this resonated with you in the comments down below. I would love to hear if you've heard any of this been said to you before, have people told you have a calming presence? Do you feel that you are a light worker, that you are a starseed? You do have a lot of celestial guidance and blessings, and help with you too. Yeah, just let me know. I also just a heads up too, I started offering personal readings as well. So if you were interested by chance, you can reach out to me in one of the methods listed in the description down below. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed your reading. I hope it resonated. Your energy was truly beautiful to tap into. It was very calming, and it made the rush feel like, why am I rushing? So you guys you're very serene. It's very incredible. It's very special. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I'm wishing you lots of love and light, you guys. Many blessings. Oh, actually, before you go, forgot the dice. I did the dice for everyone else. One roll really quick. If there's any additional messages for group 4, of course you've got Pisces and 17 again. The number 17, you guys, 3 17s. That is star energy, and you have Jupiter that's being blessed as well, and the number 9. Oh, and that's Sagittarius twice, because the 9th house is ruled by Sagittarius and Jupiter. And Pisces is sub-ruled by Jupiter too. As I'm saying that, I'm looking at Sagittarius. Yeah, you guys have this, some people may even call you their lucky charm. But you've got the stars with you, the stars have blessed you in a way. And it's making me think of the star family. Your star family is guiding you too. And your gifts are coming from your star family, from that incarnation, or that place, that existence, that realm with your star family. And yeah, this is just extra emphasizing the Pisces with the dreams that you guys have, or messages and magical, mystical world and realities that you're being shown. And yeah. And again, there's just that star energy, the fate. There's just this fate, right? This chance about your life. This vibration or energy of chance in your life. It's pretty incredible. And you guys are very guided. And because you're good at listening, you could really tune into that intuition and guidance. Okay, guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Sending lots of love and light to you. And thank you for your patience through rushing, through that little rush. I really hope this reading resonated with you guys. And yeah, I'm also getting almost your family is calling out to you too. Soul family or star family, your family's calling out to you. Okay. Bye, you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Hello, group number 5. This is your group if you chose this shell. There we go. And the 8 of Hearts, which is the equivalence of the 8 of Cups in tarot. Okay, I'm going to shuffle out all of your cards first, and then we're going to get into the reading, and then we'll do the advice afterwards. All right, guys, you guys got a lot of cards. Probably one of the most compared to some of the other groups, for sure. And definitely the most in the Archetype Oracle cards, for sure, and I believe in tarot as well. So let's get straight into it. First, we've got here Sacred Convergence. From Nothing to Everything. Stepping Through. Prince. The light attributes are romantic charm, potential for power. Shadow is using power for self-arrogance. Seeker. Light attribute is thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. Shadow is inability to commit to a path once found. Sorry about the sirens. Then we've got hero, heroine. Light attribute, passion for a journey of personal empowerment. Shadow is escapism and false sense of heroism. Just going to put them a little off camera to make space. Then we have vampire, makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force, or the shadow is depleting others for your psychic survival, chronic complaining, and codependency. Wow, the sirens just keep going off. And we also have scribe, light attribute, preserving knowledge and information. The shadow is altering facts or plagiarizing others' work. Again, sorry guys about the noise in the background. I don't know how much of it the microphone is picking up, but the window is open just because it is way too hot at the moment. Okay, and for your tarot cards, you've got Justice, Seven of Cups, Three of Cups, Two of Wands, Five of Cups, and Strength. And for all the other piles, I've been showing the bottoms of the decks as well. So for the bottom, you've got Sacred Soul Sister, Crystal Keys, Destroyer, light attributes, releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for new life. Shadow, intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potential. And the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, sorry about that. The sirens were very excessive, so I was waiting, but now there's car honking. And yeah, the street where I live, it's kind of loud during the daytime. So it's very active. There's a children's playground. There's a main road. We get a lot of sirens going by. It's not really great for recording anything, but it's okay. Gotta make do, right? Okay. So off the bat, what I'm kind of getting from you guys is life of the party. This image in particular really makes me think of like a pub scene, or like an open mic, or like somebody performing at like a pub or some kind of open mic, like doing their music or something, or comedy. You guys could also be really funny, really joyful, really cheerful. I feel like one of your gifts is your joy. Your joy is one of your gifts. And I feel like you guys are really like artsy in a way. Like there's a lot of creative expression coming through here. So I'm getting very like musician / dancer vibes from you guys. Like you just really know how to enjoy the moment. And I think you are a lot of fun. And a lot of people consider you to be really fun. Like they consider you to be the life of the party. They consider you to be super charming, and there's just this like magnetism around you. This sense of adventure, this lust for life. And I think it's very magnetic, and people pick up on that too. And that's one of your greatest gifts as well, is that lust for life, that passion that you have in your life. Yeah, I'm seeing that you guys are really passionate. And you're also really fair. And I'm getting you guys are very charming. Like very charming. And it's just your natural personality, you know, like people meet you and they're like, what a charming person. Like that's the kind of vibe you leave off. And for whatever reason, I have no idea why, maybe this will resonate for somebody, but I am tasting hummus. I literally feel like I just had a whole dollop of hummus right now. And I haven't eaten hummus in like a while, so okay. Maybe that was someone's confirmation. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but maybe it's like the zest for life. Maybe somebody here is Mediterranean or has Mediterranean features. Yeah, I'm just getting that you guys are like full of passion for life. You're just full of passion, and you have this ability to, well, for one, I get that you guys lead by example, but also you have this ability to, it's almost like you guys kind of change people's lives. Like you drop into people's lives and like you completely blow their mind and shift their perspective and the way they perceive the world, because they get to have the like privilege of seeing you just live your life in the most passionate, exuberant, and excited way, with like so much like thirst for life, you know? And like people are just like, their minds are blown. They're shown a different kind of way of being or being able to live, or potential. And you guys have a very magnetic and powerful like presence as well, powerful energy. And I'm getting that you guys probably have a bit of wanderlust, you know. You guys are definitely the adventurers of this reading, that's for sure. Like you definitely get a bite of the travel bug. You probably have these big plans for your life and all these places that you want to go. Like there's just so much thirst for adventure and experience. That's one of your greatest, like that is an incredible gift, you know, to be able to have passion in your life. So many people just settle and they're okay with jobs that they don't like or whatever, just because they're getting money and they're coming home and providing for family, which is a noble thing, but they don't see or dream beyond that, you know. It becomes very routine. But you guys, you have this like this zest, this fieriness, this passion, this like just this pure joy for life. There's just so much that you want to see, so much that you want to do. You're like, what's the point of just existing? Like I want to make the most of my experience here on this planet, on Earth. What is the point of crying over spilt milk, you know? Okay, the milk spilled, what am I going to do? Cry over it all the time, or move on to something else that's more exciting, more that can give me something maybe even better, you know? What's the point of wallowing in sorrow when I can just move on to the next thing, the next best thing? And who knows, maybe that next best thing is actually way better than the stuff that's spilled. And I think you guys are really good at getting rid of toxic energy from your life. Like you're able to kind of because you have such a positivity, you're able to determine who is a little bit more toxic or a little bit more negative, or who will not be serving you or is not in alignment with your purpose and mission and your joy, and you kind of distance yourself from them. I get the feeling that you guys probably don't even fully let them into your lives from the beginning, to be honest. But it's like you don't entertain that. You don't entertain pessimism, negativity. And I'm not saying like one time somebody is pessimistic and you guys are like, bye, I'm bouncing. But more like if somebody is showing up consistently as like this negative, pessimistic type of person, or like they're just there to, sorry about that guys, there was a noise. But yeah, if somebody is just like coming up as this negative person, or they're just there to like take from your light, you don't entertain that. You know, you're like, yeah, I'm not for that. I'm not gonna continue that. Some of you may have been this way since childhood. And maybe like some people may have either thought you antisocial or a little bratty, maybe because you were picky or like choosy about the people that you communicate with and allow with. They're like very selective. But I think now it's very admirable. And those people just didn't understand that you were ahead of the game by being that way. You know, you were like, a part of you knew that the people that you surround yourself with are that's the vibe, that's the energy that you're in, that you're going to stay stuck in, you know. Let's see what else I can pick up here for you guys, because that seems to be the main kind of message here. Yeah, I think the biggest thing that keeps coming through is like your passion, your lust, and your enthusiasm for life. It's just like, so, and the sirens go off again. We'll take that as confirmation. But yeah, it's just so exciting and so exuberant, and your passion can sometimes seem overwhelming, like it rushes and floods over people because it just is it's radiating out of your presence. But it's not in a bad way. It's not overwhelming in a bad way. It's just like, whoa, you know, like, and that's how in a way it becomes a little bit life-changing, because like people are like, whoa, I didn't see, I only thought that I could like dream of something like that, but here's somebody who's living it that way. Living life that way. And I'm getting that you guys could also be kind of happy-go-lucky as well. And yeah, like the music and the open mics and like the comedy, I'm getting you guys are probably kind of funny. Not kind of funny, like you guys, and not probably, you guys are funny. You're charming. Your mannerisms also. Your mannerisms are entertaining to people, like they're comic in a way. You're just silly, you're goofy. You love to laugh. And your reading has had the most disruption, I will say. It was filmed on a separate time from everybody else. It is getting the most noise from outside. So yeah, I'm almost hearing like people go, woohoo, you know, like at a party, you know, just yodeling and like, not yodeling. I don't know why I said yodeling. I meant to say hollering and like calling out and just cheering and screaming. Maybe you guys are so excitable that you can be a little loud sometimes. Maybe people are like, maybe your family has always been like, can you please be quiet or lower your voice? And you're like, this is me, no. I'm also getting that you guys could be kind of stubborn too. And that's not a bad thing either. Stubbornness helps you to know what's for you and what's not for you, and be stern in that. It helps you keep your boundaries. Okay, and I'm sorry for the vulgar language, but this is kind of how I'm hearing it too. This justice card, I'm hearing like I'm not afraid to cut a bitch. I am ready to cut a bitch. It's kind of like cut someone. It's like you're ready to cut someone out of your life. If if they're not serving, you're like, the moment you stop being authentic, being true, like, don't try to drag me down with your mess. If you do that, I'm ready to cut you out. I have no problem saying goodbye. And even too with your the card that you guys chose, the Eight of Hearts, that's like the Eight of Cups in tarot, right? The Eight of Cups is somebody walking away from something that no longer serves them into a direction that is for their better good, right? Because it goes into the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. So they walk away from what doesn't serve them into their dreams, right? And and that person is also going the path alone. So you guys don't mind going the path alone if it means that your energy is preserved and your happiness is preserved. But I think you guys can make friends easily. Like if you go somewhere, you'll just start up a conversation with somebody. You'll be like, oh, I like your hair, or this music is great, or something. And you just start chatting, and it's like, whoa, you make a new friend, and people probably look at you like, this person is always making friends. And that's just who you are. You're just this like charming, polite, charming, loud, fun life of the party. And you have this exuberant energy about you. Okay, that's about it that I'm getting with the cards. So let's get into your advice. All right, guys, before I show you your advice cards, I just wanted to say that something I picked up on too when I was shuffling was that maybe you guys also experience a lot of indecisiveness. Like there's so much that you want to do that you kind of feel a little stuck at times, because you're like, what do I start with? What do I choose? I mean, I see that you somehow end up choosing anyway, but I think there's a bit of indecisiveness that comes through here as well. So we've got the Hanged Man, or shall I say the Hanged Bat? No. The Six of Cups, the Sun, and I'm going to show you the bottom of the deck energy too. The bottom of the deck is the Nine of Wands, but I will say that also the Emperor came through. I just can't I just didn't look for it again, but the Emperor came through. So I'm going to interpret it as well as part of the advice. And then we have Orphaned, which came out, I think, for group 1. I think. And Milk and Honey. And then the bottom of the deck is Happy, Happy. So some of the advice that I'm getting through, and that's also with that initial Emperor message that I saw earlier, and in regards to the indecisiveness, is you guys should trust in yourselves a little more. Trust in your I'm sure you kind of already know this, you're like, no decision is a wrong decision, but it's like, it's okay to be a little bit more assertive. And you'll find that the more assertive you are about your decision, as opposed to like, oh, but which one now? Just pick one and just stick with it, and then you'll go explore the other stuff too. So that was just a message that was coming through. Maybe that's for someone in particular. And then we've also got, maybe you guys felt, excuse me. Sorry, my throat's been a little dry in the past couple of days. But maybe you guys felt kind of isolated growing up because you were... Sorry, guys, it just got really loud outside again. But yeah, maybe maybe you guys felt kind of isolated or on your own growing up because you had such ways of viewing the world. You wouldn't just accept anyone into your life. And you were probably kind of loud a bit in childhood and stuff like that, and you could have come from a family where they were like, come on, this is not acceptable, like lower your voice. Maybe they were a little overly critical of the way that you were, because it's just not as common, possibly, like culturally, or the way that they were brought up. It just wasn't something that was as common in the family. And they tried to dim your uniqueness, but your personality, your soul, your heart is just so loud that it's not something that can be dimmed. All they could do is possibly suppress it for a few years, but it'll just start coming out again, And I'm getting like you guys are already on this path. I feel like this advice is kind of stuff that you kind of already know, but oh my gosh, the sirens again. Why are there so many sirens? What is going on? They do say, I did hear, I think it was like from Kino Tarot, from Kino's Tarot. Oh, I literally watch her all the time and I'm forgetting her channel name. But on her channel, she did say, and I think I read it before somewhere too, that like sirens and stuff are like a sign of Archangel Michael. So maybe Archangel Michael is really with you. And the Justice card does have a sword. It makes me think of his sword. But it's almost like, in a way, it's making me think like divine and your guides and your angels are like, keep being happy. Like, don't take anything that sounds negative in a negative way. Like, it's almost like they're trying to keep you entertained or like protected in a way. So that's really cute. That's really sweet. I'm seeing you guys are definitely like there's reassurance. They're like, don't worry. Maybe you guys have been going through a slight like hard spell, maybe with like COVID and everything too. You've been feeling a little isolated, or you couldn't do a lot of the things that you wanted to do. But they're saying like, have faith. There's I'm just sorry guys, I'm sorry about the noise, but I'm just going to keep pushing through, because if I stop, then I think I'm going to have to wait a few hours before I can continue again. But yeah, so I'm getting that they're just asking you to stay positive about your situation. And it's almost like they're saying things are turning up. Things are turning up. Stay happy, stay in your positive state. Don't start worrying about it. We're just waiting for the right time, and the time is coming. It's coming. And I'm not really sure who this is a message for or what it's a message regard, but the message is the time for what it is that you're hoping for or looking for or searching for is coming. Or maybe even waiting for. It's coming. So just stay positive and have, stay in your sunny disposition. Distract yourself with the things that bring you joy and happiness, with your passions, maybe like drawing, sketching, trying new things. Maybe you want to take a pottery class, creative endeavors. Like, continue to stay in that joy vibration and frequency, and just know that what it is that you're waiting for or wanting is coming to you. Okay, it's just requiring a little bit more patience, but I feel like the waiting period is much closer to an end than much closer to an end than not. And yeah, like the Sun card. I mean, the Sun card is about happiness, joy, expression. You also have strength. That's like double Leo energy here. The Prince card is also kind of making me think of like a little bit Leo, Cancer-y vibes, like that romantic, charming, like a weird combo there. The Heroine card is making me think of Leo. Then you've got this happy. It's like they're advice and this constant interruption with the noises, it's kind of like, it's almost like the spirit and like the universe and divine and your guides and your team are trying to distract you from thinking too seriously or getting lost in those thoughts, by sending you like happy things and like keeping you busy and stuff like that while you're waiting for whatever it is that you're waiting for it to come in, because it's so close to the finish line. And usually when we get so close, I use this example like literally all the time, but it's because it's the one that I think is the best suited for it. But it's like when you have to go to the bathroom, right? And you're like on the train or something and you're waiting to get home, and you finally and you manage to wait, but you really got to go, right? And then you walk into the door, and now you really, really got to go. And you're right outside the bathroom door, right? You're like running to and your body, you feel like, oh my gosh, I can't even make it. And you go to like take off your pants, and you're like, will I even be able to hold it in before I get to the toilet? Because the closer your body gets to the destination, like the more it's like, oh, we're almost there. Really, like release everything. You know, it's kind of like that. The closer you get to the finish line, the harder it feels like you have to, like the harder it feels to wait. So I feel like because you guys are getting really close to your finish line, to getting whatever it is that you're waiting for, or that you've been like on the journey to or towards getting, I feel like, yeah, like that's what's happening, that you guys are being distracted by your guides and your team, and they're just asking you to continue to like go do things and activity. Don't focus on it. Like go to a pottery class, go to a baking class, do some kind of painting or artwork, go to a comedy club. If you do music, do an open mic. If you dance, go to a dancing class. Just go be your exuberant selves and go enjoy life, you know. And even with this milk and honey too, you know, it's like they're trying to get you out of this state of like, they're like, you're so close. Just here, look at, because milk and honey makes me think of like fictional things in a way. It also makes me think of Shark Boy and Lava Girl, like the land of milk and cookies or something like that. So it makes me think of this, you know, and like the rainbows, like your guides coming through, like, come on, just see the magic in it. Look, we're bringing you up to the clouds. Just stay up here. Don't look at the immediate surface stuff. Just, it's funny because usually sometimes they don't want you to be distracted. You know, sometimes guides will have you grounded, but your guides are just like, no, we want you distracted. We want you distracted. We want you to experience joy and love and laughter and all of that. And we want you very much distracted. And so that's the advice that I get coming through all of this. They just want you to be happy. They want you to go out with friends, to socialize, to rekindle old relationships of people that maybe grew and now they could enter your life and stuff like that. They want you to have fun and enjoy the present moment. And, not focus so much on whatever it is that you're waiting for, because you're getting close to it coming into fruition. And let's just roll the dice for you guys too. So we've got 7, if you can even see that. Leo. Oh my gosh, we were just talking about all that Leo energy. So maybe whatever it is that you're waiting for could happen in Leo season. Then you also have Uranus. And, another 7. So 77. Wow. So for some of you guys, maybe it is regarding partnerships, I'm seeing, or something to do with relationships. And also the 77 is making me think of luck, and the number 5 as well, right? With change. And you've got 5 here with the orphan, 51 here. yeah, I guess I'll list all the numbers. Then you've got the Hanged Man is 12, which comes down to 3, 6. The Sun is 19, which is a 1. You've got a 2, a 7, a 9, another 2. Oh, sorry, this is a 3. Another 5, and another, so this is an 8. And that matches with the 8 that you guys chose. You got a bunch of numbers, basically. But yeah, oh my gosh, you guys, I feel like that just really confirms, like, Uranus is making me think of that change. And, oh, like I said, the 7 and 7 add up to a 5, right? Because 14 and then simplifies down to 5. 5 is the number of change. And then you've got the 5 with the Orphan, the 5 of Cups. So, and then the Uranus energy, which is all about change, like drastic change that just comes into your life. And Leo, like that exuberant joy and positivity that I was mentioning. And I did mention Leo here with you guys, with the Prince reminding me of that, the Sun card, the Strength card, the Hero card reminding me of that. And just the way that, like, the performing, right? The performing aspect, that open mic, that pub scene, that going out, just having fun, you know, it's kind of like that 5th house energy, like bringing like a romantic fun and joy and childlike joy and wonderment into, is that a word? Wonderment? I don't know. Wonder into your life. So I feel like that's the, so it's just kind of reconfirming all the stuff we really talked about here. And the 77 is making me think of also like luck, you know, just this prosperity. And it's a double digit. So it's like your guides are like with you. Yeah. And if it is somebody that you're waiting for, like, they're going to be matching your frequency, you know? They're going to be matching your mood, your vibration. That's what I'm getting with the 2 7s too. And you guys would be perfect for each other too. Okay, well, that was your reading group number 5. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry for all of the interruptions and all of the cuts. Like, even now the sirens are still going off, you know, and I just felt so much joy and enthusiasm and excitement tapping into your group. And even with the sirens, I'm feeling this excitement too. It's almost like your angels and your guides, like yelling into a megaphone just out of excitement, like, woohoo! Like, that's what it feels like. There's just so much excitement and happiness and joy and love and light, and it's great. And I wish a lot of love and light to you guys. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I would appreciate if you left a comment down below letting me know if it resonated with you. Maybe if you wanted to share what it was that you guys are waiting for. Or, you know, about this orphaned experience. But yeah. If you, oh, by the way, I also started offering private readings as well. So if you perhaps wanted to reach out for one, the links or the information on how to reach out to me will be in the description below. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for this beautiful, exuberant joy that you have brought into my life through being able to read for you guys. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Lots of love and light to you, and keep shining, keep being the wonderful you that you are. Okay. And I'm also feeling called to share for whoever needs to hear it. Like, this is an affirmation that I sometimes actually say for myself too, which is, I am exactly who I am meant to be just by being me. And just by being me, I am exactly who I am meant to be. The order doesn't matter, but I say it reverse, and so then I'll say it the reverse again. I say it a few times like that. But yeah, the whole point is, just by being who you are exactly who you need to be. You're enough. And that goes. Maybe that's just for one of you or 2 or 3 of you, but yeah. Okay, guys. Bye.